For some watch collectors out there, we sometimes have to let go of a piece in our collection in order to experience something new. There are a few different ways in which you could sell a watch on. After having considered a few options, I have finally decided to sell my watch to WatchFinder. In this video, I wanted to share with you the reasons to why I chose WatchFinder. I will walk you through the end-to-end process, and I will also be sharing other details including how much I sold the watch for, how much did I make or lost, and also how much markup does WatchFinder have on the watches I sold them. Before I get into it, it is important to note that this is not a sponsored video, so everything I'm sharing here are my unbiased and honest opinions. The watch I was looking to sell is this Tudor BlackBay36 Silver Dial. I have recently done a comparison video against the new 2021 36mm Explorer. I will leave a link in the description box down below if you have missed that video. Since I bought this modern BlackBay36 at an AD, and the watch comes with box and paper, it should be a relatively straightforward sell, so I did consider selling it privately through eBay. But ultimately, I decided to go with WatchFinder for 3 reasons. First of all, I was able to get a quote quickly from WatchFinder after providing some basic information about my watch. This gave me an idea on whether the range was in line with my expectation. The second reason is that should I choose to sell it privately on eBay, eBay will charge me a handsome selling fee, and that PayPal is almost always protective to the buyers, making this option less attractive for a seller. Finally, if I were to sell the watch in person, I would then have to collect the cash in hand. I just didn't feel very comfortable to count cash in public, and I would also have to worry about other safety issues. With all these points considered, I figured the best option for me is to sell it directly to WatchFinder. This is actually not the first time I sold a watch to WatchFinder. One of the reasons to why I chose to use WatchFinder again is their straightforward and simple process. There are only 3 steps to complete a transaction. First, getting an initial quote. Second, sending in the watch. And third, getting a final quote and getting paid. It is really easy to get an initial quote from WatchFinder. All I had to do was to fill in a form to provide some basic information about my watch. You will also get an option to upload photos, but that is not mandatory. In my case, my BlackBay36 was in new unworn condition with factory stickers still on, so I didn't feel the need to upload photos. But if you are selling a worn piece, I would highly suggest you to upload a few pictures to get the most accurate quote to avoid disappointment. I received an initial quote from WatchFinder only a few days after I have submitted the form. Once I've agreed to the initial quote, the next step was to hand over the watch for inspection. I was given 2 options. I could either drop off the watch at a WatchFinder store, or I could arrange DHL to come and collect my watch at WatchFinder's expense. I don't live near a WatchFinder store, and therefore I chose the latter. WatchFinder then quickly sent me a DHL package containing packaging instructions and material for my watch, together with information on how to book the DHL collection. I put the watch, hang tag, warranty card, and my proof of purchase in the original box. I then attached the protection foam at the 6 corners and wrapped it up with bubble wrap. I put the package together with a piece of paper containing my personal information in a tamper-proof bag and stick on the prepaid DHL label. I then went onto the DHL website to arrange for a collection date that worked for me. A few days after DHL picked up my watch, WatchFinder sent me a final quote which was at the top end of the initial offer range. I was happy with it and accepted the final offer on the same day. Money was then paid into my bank account on the next business day. So, let's talk numbers. The initial quote given by WatchFinder was £1,700 to £2,000, and the final quote was at £2,000. I bought the BlackBay36 for £2,210, So I basically lost £210 on this transaction. So why did I do it? I'm glad you asked. It was purely so that I can shoot the Explorer comparison video that I mentioned earlier. No, that is not it. But I promise you that you will find out exactly why I did this in one of my future uploads soon. Anyway, I recently found my BlackBay36 on WatchFinder's website, and they are selling the watch for £3,100. Since they bought the watch from me for £2,000, this means that they have a markup of 55%. The margin was even higher for a Breitling, which I previously sold them for £2,100, and WatchFinder listed the watch for £3,500, which equates to a 66% markup. I understand why WatchFinder would offer below market price to private sellers like myself, simply because they are not a charity and they do have a business to run. But what I don't understand is how are they able to charge such a high price for this BlackBay36? This watch is still in production, and it is not exactly a hard-to-find piece, so I really do wonder why would people pay almost £900 premium to buy this watch from WatchFinder when they can get it from an AD themselves. I just don't understand it. When I look at WatchFinder's website yesterday, I can no longer find my watch, so clearly, people do pay a premium for this watch. Overall, I am very happy with my experience with WatchFinder. Sure, I can get a much better price if I were to sell it privately, but the hassle was just not worth it for me. I felt that WatchFinder provided very good communication and service throughout, and I would definitely use them again. So what do you think? Do you sell your watches privately or do you use a dealer? Let me know in the comment section down below.